Hey, this is Darren.
This is Mike.
We hope you had a fantastic Christmas.
Yeah.
And you know what? New Year's is coming up.
Yep.
And a lot of people still have their Christmas tree up. They still have their Christmas lights up. And they're still like trying to ignore the fact that they've got to go back to work in a few days.
Yes. And guess what we're doing? We're not recording an episode, and
No,
we're
we're
not
not.
editing an episode.
No, we're not.
We're recycling old crap and making it new.
So we're going to end the year on a bang. We are going to repeat episode 36, Chewbacca in his pants. Enjoy.
Right on. What we gonna give you tonight, it'll be down to the nitty gritty. Yeah.
I bet my Wookiee.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome, the hottest podcast in Mexico. Now, here are your hosts, Mike and Darren.
Welcome back to another episode. I am Darren.
I am Mike.
And we are the
Irritable Dad Syndrome
guys.
Okay, hey, we're rolling with it.
This
We're
is episode
live.
36.
I want to pretend like I want to be live. We are live right now on the Twitch.
Yeah.
And I've been paying a lot of attention, especially after the last episode.
Yeah.
I've been paying a lot of attention to broadcasters and how people speak
Right.
when they're on camera
Okay.
and when they're performing.
It's
And-
about time.
And they do a lot better job than I do. I will own. I will own that there's room for improvement.
Okay.
And I annoy myself during editing, so much so that sometimes when editing, as I did this last episode, I jack the speed up
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to sit through an hour of this show.
Right. Or an hour and a half sometimes.
In my defense, I've already sat through an hour of the show. So
Right.
I don't want to sit through another hour of the show.
That's right.
And I was speeding past, and in the end, I thought, well, we never let loose at the end.
Oh, my God.
And it
We-
turned into an Andrew Dice Clay special. Apparently, because you gave me a quack alert at like what was it, like 9 o'clock
yeah.
or 8:30 or something?
Yeah,
this
I
morning?
was listening this morning. And I was
And
like,
then
oh.
and then you gave me another one, and you gave me. I started writing down the times,
Uh-huh.
and there was a point at which I think I hit 6, and I said, "You need to."
We had one F-bomb,
Okay.
2 heads,
Okay. Yeah.
another blank,
Okay.
and then Rachel said one other thing. So I added in 5 quacks myself.
Yeah.
Because Quacker, the cursing duck,
He
who
got
was supposed to
drunk.
censor the show,
Yeah.
was apparently out in the backyard.
It's
Just
mating. It's
screwing around.
mating season for ducks.
I don't
right
know
now.
what was going on, but we apologize
They're banging
for
like
last week
waterfowl.
for the for all the people who downloaded the show as soon as it hit the presses.
All 6 of you.
Yeah.
And actually, because what happens is I've noticed that the little ticker goes up after you've listened to either the episode or enough of the episode. And if you've already downloaded, if you subscribe, it's already downloaded on your device.
Right.
So it don't matter what Mr. Mike or Mr. Darren do to the episode
that we fixed.
that we fixed, you got the old Andrew Dice Clay version. So I would
Yes.
say if you have it downloaded on your phone,
You have a collector's item.
that's going to be worth some
it's
money.
no longer available.
It's going to be worth well over 25 cents.
You know what they ought to do? This is what you would do.
Yeah.
If you subscribe to your own show,
Yeah.
you would download the R-rated version,
Yeah.
and the PG version.
Yeah.
Huh?
I've thought about
Yeah.
I've thought about
And
making
then-
that available. One of the things that I think once we either hit it big in this,
Right,
or we reach
which is
or,
any day now.
or reach a point where we don't care about our
Also,
reputations.
any day now.
Yeah. I want to make the entirety of the recordings open and free because
That'll never happen.
it will never happen.
I will not allow it.
I know.
I will
That's
not.
what I'm saying. Unless we hit it big to the point where you're so rich, you're floating in a pool of gold coins, and you're just saying, let them have
Listen.
episodes.
The stuff we've deleted from this show, we deleted for a reason.
I know.
Okay?
I know.
Either it was boring as hell.
Yeah.
Either I was...
But here's the thing. Okay, let me take you back.
Uh-huh.
The Lord of the Rings series. I've already told you about how
Wait, you're not comparing our show to Lord of the Rings.
No.
Okay.
I'm comparing our show to those specials, the documentaries about the dwarf buttons or the elf buttons.
Right.
The things that I watched when Bess came down and saw me laying here in a food coma with Doritos spread across my chest.
Right.
And I got excited and I said, look, Gimli's buttons are representative of Thorin Oakenshield's blah, blah, blah. And she just looked at me with a mixture of regret
and pity. Yeah.
And our show is kind of like that in that those boring parts, no one cares about them now.
Right.
And we have deemed them never see the light of day.
Right.
But some poor soul out there may get bored one night and say, you know what? I noticed that the guys sounded like they were going to choke each other. There was a Dave Lay thing came in, and then they're on a different topic. I'd like to hear the 15 minutes of cussing back and forth or talking about The Shining for the 15th time in a comedy show.
Right. Well, no, but the Lord of the Rings, the stuff that was deleted out of those movies was deleted for time. Okay? Okay. Because that movie, you know, each movie could have been over 4 hours long.
It was like a week long, each one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed every minute of them. I am such a Lord of the Rings nerd. They could have been the full 4 hours, and I would have been fine with that. But they deleted it all for time for the theatrical viewing. And then when they put it out on the DVD, they had the director's cut with all the extra stuff, which is badass, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And then you're watching it like, oh my God, this is really cool. The stuff we've deleted, it's not really cool.
So
it's us going, why were we talking about that?
Yeah, we lose track of ourselves. I'm about to, before we leave this rabbit hole, let me make one more turn, Mr. Cottontail.
Okay.
I want to talk about this.
Why are you?
Excuse me. Do you think,
Mr.
now that TV, like episodic viewing on Netflix and all these streaming places,
binge watching.
Now that that's a thing,
do
you think Peter Jackson is kicking himself saying, man, I could have made Lord of the Rings like 50 hours long,
a series.
Or 70 or 80? Like Amazon is making a Lord of the Rings series.
They are,
in New Zealand. I think with that crew, like with the people that made the movies and stuff.
Yeah.
That's going to be amazing. We're going to when you read Lord of the Rings, if you ever sit to ask Libby, because she's read these.
That's a book.
It'll spend a chapter talking about a tree.
Yeah.
Not a special tree.
No, just a tree.
Just a tree.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Tolkien really had a very vivid, descriptive mind.
He did.
And he didn't know how to edit.
No.
Because he would just write and write and write and write and write and write. Anyway, so for the people who downloaded the episode before we corrected it, we apologize. We have talked to the cursing duck, Quacker, and
he's in a program.
He is not going to let that happen again.
No.
All right, so a couple of days ago, I took my oldest son, Jacob.
Yeah.
He had an eye doctor appointment. Now, Jacob hasn't worn glasses in forever. A long time. He wore them as a child, and then his eye doctor said that he didn't need glasses anymore, which I've never known a kid.
His eyes corrected themselves?
Apparently.
Is he like a replicant?
Apparently, yeah.
Blade Runner? He just fixes himself?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. The doctor said he no longer needs glasses.
Okay.
We're like, okay. Well, the doctor says you don't need glasses. You don't need glasses. So we go to the eye doctor, and I'm getting my eyes checked. And while I'm doing that, he's getting his eyes checked with another doctor. And when I'm done and I come out, my beautiful wife, Libby, is there, and she tells me that Jacob only needs one contact. His left eye, the vision needs a little tweaking in his left eye and not the right. And I said, hold on a second. Hold on. Stop right there. Are you telling me we need to get a monocle? A monocle. He only needs.
Yeah.
And I am so excited about this. I'm like, Jacob, do you want a monocle? He says, yeah. And then Libby's like, no. I'm like, what do you mean, no?
What?
And then I asked the doctor, can we get a monocle? And the doctor, oh, no. And the assistant said we can't get a monocle. I'm like,
Ben Franklin had somebody had a monocle.
Why can't we get a monocle? Because, I mean, all you have to do, and Libby said, honey, they don't make monocles anymore.
Yes, they do. You can find them in the mustache section.
Yeah.
They're right there.
But I told her, I said, you make a pair of glasses and then you take one of them off. Monocle.
That's how I want you to make a monocle.
Yeah.
I want you to order regular glasses and with duct tape and pliers.
Anyway, my my eye doctor, there was 2 eye doctors. Mine brought some sense to me. She says, listen, does your son have a pocket watch? And I said, no. And she says, well, you can't have a monocle unless you own a pocket watch. And I'm like, well, crap.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay. So we didn't get a monocle. And I'm just like so upset that we had this golden opportunity to get a monocle. And it's not like he was just doing it for style or for fun. He needed it. You know, but everyone's always trying to keep me down.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Peanut has a monocle.
I know. Yeah.
If it's good enough for Mr. Peanut, it's good enough for your
son. Good enough for
son.
my son, yeah.
So.
It reminded me of a few years ago when I had a different eye doctor. I went in for my eye exam, and they bring you've had your eyes examined, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I wear contacts.
You wear contacts. You wear glasses, yeah.
I'm blind as a freaking bat, man. I can't find my way out of this basement.
Well, they bring that giant thing over, and they put it in front of your face, and they're like A or B, 1 or 2, A, B, C, which one's better and worse, and whatever. And so she puts it in front of me and says A or B, and I said, I can't see. Oh. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And she goes, it's okay. You can say can't see. I thought,
it's a medical term.
My eye doctor is pretty cool.
This portion of Irritable Dad Syndrome is brought to you by Diff Liquid Concentrated Wallpaper Stripper. With its unique enzyme action, Diff dissolves old paste and cuts wallpaper removal time in half. That's right, half. Did I mention that no steamer is needed? I may be a lot of things, but I'm no liar. No steamer is needed when removing wallpaper with Diff. Diff is also available in a gel. It clings and stays wet longer. It's ready to use, non-toxic, and non-staining. You know, I was at my local hardware store last Thursday stocking up on Diff, and this hot sales lady was like, hey, I see you're buying Diff. And I was like, you're damn right I am. I tell you what, if I wasn't married, I would have removed more than her wallpaper, if you know what I mean. Look for Diff wherever quality wallpaper stripper is sold. Diff, the only one that really works.
So I got a tool do-rag, a bandana as it's called, because I looked up do-rags because I needed, okay, I don't know how to put these things on. I just knew that I wanted one. I think that as someone who's bald and rather portly to a degree, I should have a do-rag to make myself look more menacing. I just think that's what you do.
This is not going to work. This is not going to work. I want to see.
I didn't know how to tie it.
I want to see a picture of you in the do-rag.
Yeah.
We're going to post it on our Facebook page and all our.
Well, I'm going to do
medias.
I'm going to do a whole outfit because I'm excited about the first concert that I'm going to. I'm going to wear the do-rag to the concert.
No, you're not.
I am.
No, you're not.
I'm going to wear the Tool do-rag to a Primus concert where they're paying tribute to Rush. And I'm going to wear my Rush 2112 belt buckle with my Rush R40 shirt.
Sorry, girls. He's married.
And I might wear my SpongeBob SquarePants shorts. I might cut those off and make them into. We got way off topic there. The point is I got this do-rag because I wanted to look like a badass. I want to look like a badass. And so I tied it around my head as I thought they did. Like prison, kind of look like Prison Mike.
Like you're on Oz.
Yeah, I tie it around and then shove the corner down, and Bess and the kids just could not stop laughing at me. I looked like I was bringing them a plate of something, like I was a short order cook. I did not look like a badass. I looked like someone who had made some bad choices.
Yeah, one was buying a do-rag.
One was buying the do-rag.
Dude, I laughed so hard. So I've got floaters.
So I'm looking up how to put on a do-rag on YouTube, and that reminded me of Office Space when they're trying to learn how to launder money and they look it up in the dictionary.
Right.
I'm like, here I am, 45 years old, trying to look up this on YouTube, and I realize very quickly that I don't have a do-rag. I have a bandana.
You have a bandana.
They're two different things.
Yeah.
So I found a video of a guy, there's no words in the video, shows how to put it on, and I'm like, that's not how you put that on.
Right.
It looks weird the way he does it. And I watched another video with another gentleman, and he did the same thing, and he was explaining it in excruciating detail. It was grating to watch.
How long does it take to explain?
Well, the first guy,
It's not like you're folding a fitted
the first guy
sheet.
who didn't explain a damn thing
Uh-huh.
had that puppy on in 3 minutes, and he was spending a lot of time like showing what was going on.
I'm sorry, but if
He
it
probably
takes you
could have,
3
but
minutes, how long does it
he
take him to put
probably-
on socks?
He
Come
probably
on.
could have done it in a
You
minute and
tie
a
it.
half.
No,
But
you
he
can do
was-
it.
he
You're supposed
was-
to be able to do it in 10 seconds.
He was demonstrating. No.
It's like tying a shoe.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm going to show you after the show. I'm going to show you how you do it.
Okay. Can we videotape this?
Maybe
Okay.
not. So I did it the way he did it. You make it like the triangle.
Uh-huh.
You tie it over your face really hard in the back. Then you take one corner and stretch it over your. You look like the guy in Beetlejuice.
Alec Baldwin.
No, yeah, it was like he pulls
and then
this
he
thing
pulls
out.
it. Yeah.
You kind of do that. You literally do that, and then you twist the front one like a twisty tie, and it tightens. And then you bring it across, and you start rolling it up. No, I'm serious. You did it. You're laughing now, but you don't. If you do what you think
You're
going to
look
do,
like a guy who works in a Mexican prison.
I looked like a pirate who listened to Tool. And it is cool because the Tool like logo comes down across my skull. It is pretty cool, but it's got like a mane to it. I look like an outright badass. Once it was done, I did. I went out and I showed Charlie and Bess, and Bess was like, "Whoa, that looks pretty cool." And
Bess
Charlie
instantly got pregnant, didn't she?
Yeah. And Charlie, I think he looked up and he just went, which in
that's pretty good for Charlie.
Translation, wow, Dad,
Yeah.
you look like an absolute badass. I'm
I
going to wear
haven't
this
seen
damn
it.
thing. Now, when I couple that with a Rush shirt and Rush belt buckle,
Okay.
it's going to be hard to walk
so
through that
you're going
concert.
to a Primus show.
Yeah.
Primus.
Yeah, Primus.
And they're doing
a Rush tribute.
A Rush tribute.
to-
So why are you wearing a Tool? What's it called? A binky?
a bandana.
Uh-huh.
I'm wearing a
A
Tool
do-rag.
I'm wearing a Tool bandana to look like a badass. That's why I'm wearing
Stump Woodley said that Vince Neil and Brett Michaels would be so proud. Are you going to get the?
It does
Are you
look
going to
like-
get the straw?
No, that's
get
how
the
they-
straw cowboy hat and put it on over the bandana.
No, I don't want to be that guy
And
when
then-
people are trying to see.
And then everyone's going to be like, he knows he's bald, right?
Yeah, but so here's the thing: is
Why don't you
that
just get a skull
the
cap?
Rush shirt has like red lettering, and you saw the do-rag or the
I saw the-
bandana.
oh,
It's
yeah.
got- it's
Oh,
black
yeah.
with the red lettering. It's going to look like they're upset.
Oh, it's
plus
bitchin'.
Plus, the more observant personnel will note Rush is a progressive band.
Yes.
Tool is a progressive band.
So is
they go
Yes.
together.
Why don't you get a pair of a pair of Yes socks?
I never listened
or,
to Yes.
Or get like an Owner of a Lonely Heart jacket to wear
no.
over. Get some Genesis wristbands.
Now Genesis, yes, but I said no to Yes. I like Genesis. I like Rush.
Can't
I like
believe you
Tool.
don't like. Who doesn't
I
like
don't-
Yes?
It's not that I don't like Yes. I just never listen to them. It's the same
Okay.
as with Neil Young. There's some Neil Young songs I really, really like, but I don't listen to Neil
Fair
Young.
enough. There's lots of artists out there that I like that I don't own any music of. So, but just anyway, guys, we're gonna picture Mike in his badass do-rag.
Badass Mike.
Yeah,
I want to be a mascot for the show.
Okay.
I want to change the view of the show.
Now we're not going to redo like our.
No.
Okay.
No, but Badass Mike is going to be
Okay. You're going to get like a leather glove, like one leather glove on your right hand. That's badass.
with like rhinestones and
Yeah,
shit, like
yeah,
sequin,
yeah.
like the Michael Jackson glove.
Exactly. Yeah. Get a mic. No, not a sequin glove.
Okay.
Get a leather glove with the fingers, but like one
Yeah.
biker glove.
What if I
Right.
get a leather vest? Nah, that covers up the Rush shirt.
Not if you don't button
I got it. So I got the shirt set. I've got the do-rag. I've got the belt buckle and the belt. I got to do something with the jeans. Now, what cool thing can I do with the jeans?
Oh, cut a hole in the knee. All the kids have holes in the knee.
I need to, like, there's some stores in LA that sell the jeans.
Get some patches.
Leather patches on jeans.
Juicy. Get Juicy written on the back pocket.
Okay.
Juicy.
Okay. Now you're making fun of me.
I've been making fun of you since you got a do-rag.
It's so badass.
It's not.
It's so awesome. My only fear is that someone's going to snatch it off my head and then I'm going to get in a fight.
You never even wear ball caps.
I used to wear them all the time. All through college, I wore. You wouldn't find me without a hat.
Yeah.
But now I don't. No.
See, I shave my head. You shave your head. People ask me, why do I wear a ball cap? Are you doing it because you're ashamed that you're bald? I'm like, no. In the summer, it keeps my head from getting sunburned.
That's why I'm going to wear a do-rag all the time.
And in the winter, it keeps my head from being cold.
Yeah.
So that's why I wear. It's practical.
I usually go.
Plus, I look sexy as hell with a hat on.
I go out naked bald, but now that I have the tool do-rag, I'm going to be wearing that a lot.
Why don't you do like the Edge and just wear a skull cap?
I don't look normal with those.
Oh, and you're going to look normal with a do-rag.
No, but I'll look like a badass.
Okay.
When's the last time a guy... If you wear a skull cap, that's... Okay. There's multiple levels of badassery. Okay. Do-rag badassery is kind of like redneck crossed with everyday person badassery. I can pretend to be that.
Okay.
Like the skull cap badassery, you're getting paid to like hit people. That's the level of badass.
Okay.
I'm afraid if I walked out there like that, people would see right through me.
Just as soon as we get pictures of this, we are going to post it on irritabledadsyndrome.com. We're going to put it on our Facebook page, on our Twitter, on our Instagram. Mike's do-rag. I cannot wait to see this.
Product idea.
Okay.
Little
Irritable Dad Syndrome do-rags.
No. Irritable Dad Syndrome, little cutouts of Mike and Darren with little accessories you can put on them. And one
mix
will be
and match?
One will be a do-rag. You can put on the Mike doll.
Yeah.
Or you put on the Darren doll.
You could put, could I have like a mullet that you could put on me?
Yeah.
Put the mullet on, take the mullet off?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could put a mullet on and then a do-rag over the mullet.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need a dangly shark tooth earring to wear with your do-rag.
Yeah.
You need to get your ear pierced.
Does it? I do. I have both my ears pierced.
No, you don't.
I do.
You do not.
I do. One is like, what is that? Professionally? Was the piercing pagoda? Is that considered professionally?
Yeah.
One is like boom with a stud. That thing. The other one was with a needle, half lit at like 2 a.m. in college.
Okay.
But yeah, I have both of them.
When do you ever wear your earrings?
No, I don't have any earrings.
I love it. No. Only crazy people wear. Yeah, I kind of got one. Yeah.
No. I know you got one.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Okay, I never knew that.
Yeah.
We're learning things all the time here.
And I don't even know if the hole's still there. Don't you have to keep
That's
that?
what she said. Thank you. Good night. And that was Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Yep.
So.
I know for certain the one that I did, with the needle is probably closed up by now. But the other one, I don't know.
Yeah.
And now, a special announcement for anyone who is celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday from all of us at Irritable Dad Syndrome. We now continue with our program already in progress.
All right. So the other day, I was talking to Mike. Did I mow my yard or you had mowed your yard? I can't remember what had happened. One of us had mowed the yard, and then you had this hysterical story about burning.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Here, I want to preface.
How do you like the way I set this up and introduced them? This show just flows like a river.
I have something that I can't believe I forgot to tell you.
Okay.
To this point, we have a potential sponsor.
No way.
It ties right in with mowing. So,
John Deere tractor?
No.
Okay.
Let me tell this story first.
Okay.
I mowed my lawn. And it was like a few days prior to that, I was talking to one of Charlie's friends' dads.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about how he had a bunch of, he'd left for a while. He came back, he mowed his lawn. He had a bunch of clumps of grass out in the yard. And he's like, you got to rake those up. Of course you rake those up. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And I never rake those up.
My kids rake up our yard.
So I got a wild hair at my butt. I'm like, I'm going to be a good tender of the yard. I'm going to rake up all that grass. And I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I had big piles of grass all over the yard. And I thought I could put those in bags or using my noodle.
Right.
I did this early in the morning. I don't know what. Well, I get up early for work. So I just wake up early on Saturday and Sunday now.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was like 7 or 8, maybe 9 in the morning. I was done, raking it all up. Like we have a burn thing out there. What are those things called?
A fire pit?
Fire pit.
Or a burn thing.
A burn thing.
Okay. Hey, I got to put grass in my burn thing.
I thought I'll put grass in my burn thing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am an ex-Boy Scout. And not like I was in Boy Scouts and I made it to tenderfoot and I learned how to not cut myself with a knife. I made it to Star, which is not, you got Star, Life, and then Eagle. So I was up there in the scouting world.
Right.
I was respected. I had my
You had your day.
Had my day.
Right.
I should have known enough to not put grass on a burn thing. I did think maybe something will go wrong.
Uh-huh.
But it's 9 a.m. It's Saturday. Who's going to be out here?
Right.
So I put all the grass in the burn thing. I put a burn log.
You act like 9 a.m. is like 4 a.m.
It
might as well be. Yeah.
I lit the thing.
Uh-huh.
And I was smart enough to put the dry grass on first.
The thing.
And
the pile of leaves.
I lit the pile of grass and it started burning.
Uh-huh.
And let me tell you, the smoke, boy howdy.
Oh, yeah.
Did it. Like, I felt for a moment, I was like, I could communicate. Like, I thought, you hear about the Native Americans using smoke signals. Yeah. I could see it puffing up, and I could use that to communicate to other neighbors about what's going on in our household.
Right.
And then I saw it wafting over to our neighbors.
Wafting?
Wafting. Is that a word?
Wafting.
Wafting. And it's spreading out like a cone, and it's covering their entire yard, like the entirety of their yard. But it's 9 a.m. Nobody's out there. So I throw more grass on the thing. It's like now I'm like, I got to get through this grass before anybody comes out and sees what I'm doing. It gets worse. And we're to the point where there's
now planes are circling, thinking that they need to come down for a rescue.
There's so much smoke in their yard. Because it's like staying. It's like breaking the laws of July. Physics. It won't continue past their yard. It starts to look cool.
It's like you're in a biodome.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like WandaVision.
And then one of them comes out.
Of course.
And Dakota, our dog, runs over to the fence, and apparently they have a relationship with our dog where they give her treats, and it's the lady. And we're cordial. But I know that they take really good care of their lawn, and we take really not good care of ours. And I know it bugs them, but there's kind of an unspoken thing there of just like, they're not going to say anything to us, but it's clear there's judgment, or maybe it's all in my head, but I feel it. And now I've filled the entirety of their yard up with smoke.
I get it. Yeah.
And she's out there, and I come over because I feel like I need to, and I'm talking to her, and she starts choking and coughing. And I almost say I shouldn't have done that. I just point back in general at the burning grass and say something like, "Yeah, I need to take care of that."
Yeah,
and I just kind of wandered back over. She's hacking up a lung over there, and I mean, it looks like we're just. I don't even know what it looks like. It looks like a thing,
right? A thing, a plume.
A plume.
Yeah.
Their yard you couldn't see. I was afraid she was not going to make it back into their house.
She walks into the door. Son of a.
You could actually, if I had a laser, I think about this now. If I had one of those laser pointers, it would have looked like lightsabers out there.
Oh, that's cool.
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool, yeah.
Maybe I'll do it again with laser pointers.
See, now I wish I had done that because years ago, the house we have right now, we've got the coolest neighbors in the world.
You've got a fancy, nice house.
We've got super cool neighbors.
Yeah.
The house we lived in before then, our neighbors, it's like if we were pulling into the house, if they were in their driveway, they would wave. And we'd say hi, and they would say hi, and then they would go inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Their kids never played with our kids. They stayed in almost all the time. The only time I would see them is if they were walking to their car, getting their mail, or cutting the grass.
Okay.
And so
I got to ask, how old were their kids in relation to your kids?
Maybe a year or so younger.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah. So we were going to have a cookout.
Okay.
Burgers, hot dogs, simple, corn on the cob.
Yeah.
And we thought, let's invite the neighbors over. Let's get to know them. So I go over and knock on the door, and the guy answers, and I said, "Hey, just wanted you to know, on Saturday, we're going to have a cookout. It's just going to be probably like 6 of us.
Yeah.
We would like you and the wife to come over." And he goes, "Oh, that sounds like fun. Can we bring anything?" "Nope, just come on over." I said, "You know what? If you have a couple of lawn chairs, bring your lawn chairs. We'll do that. 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock. He says, "Okay."
Okay, so he asked if he could bring something.
He asked if he could bring
and
something.
He confirmed the time.
He confirmed the time.
So he's obviously coming.
And he's going to bring his own lawn chair.
Okay.
Yeah. So here it is, Saturday, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And Libby and I are there. Jeff and Joy are there.
Okay.
Larry and Debbie are there. And the 6 of us are there. We're hanging out. And it's like 2:30, almost 3.
Yeah.
And we're
being fashionably late.
Okay.
Yeah.
They go out in their backyard. They live next door, okay? And we don't have one of those like home improvement privacy fences or anything. We can clearly see them.
Yeah.
Plain as day. They go out into their backyard and they start hanging around, tooling around in their backyard. He's like throwing the ball to his kid. He and his wife are talking, chatting, whatever.
Yeah.
There was not a, oh, that's today?
Yeah.
They don't like look over at us.
No acknowledgement whatsoever.
And we're cooking.
Yeah.
There's the smoke coming from the grill. And they stood us up. And they're next door. In plain sight. And they never once, they lived next door to us for like 5 years after that.
Never spoke of it.
Never said, you know what? What was I thinking? Crazy. It's like and what are we going to do? Hey guys, remember you were supposed to be across the fence in our yard today?
Yeah.
We had all that extra food. It was weird.
It
was totally weird.
Really weird.
Totally weird.
Yeah.
Chris Hughes, who's banned from the show, made a joke, which we've told him not to do.
Okay.
He said that I should mow your lawn diagonally. Okay. And that brings me to our Just Stop for the week, which is a reminder of a Just Stop from a previous episode. Don't be a jerk and don't mow your lawn diagonally. You're not impressing anybody.
I almost did that a couple days ago.
Despite me?
No,
After last week?
I thought about it. I wanted to be fancy. Every once in a while, I want to be fancy. Like I want to buy an iPhone.
You want to wear a nice
because I want to be
do-rag.
fancy. Like I have an Android phone, but I want to buy an iPhone to be fancy.
Right.
This portion of the Irritable Dad Syndrome podcast is brought to you by Bone Suckin' Mustard. It's not mustard unless it's Bone Suckin' Mustard. Don't Google it at work. Trust me. Bone Suckin' Mustard. We're talking serious.
Yeah. So we have the mowing thing. I wanted to.
Okay.
All right. Our potential sponsor.
Okay.
Smoothmyballs.com.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How did we?
They want to send us a shaving kit. They want to send us a kit to shave our nuts, and then to give us a code. And if somebody buys a shaving kit and uses our code, we get like a kickback.
Well, that's not a sponsor. That's a pyramid scheme.
No. They call it something else. It's they do Amazon affiliate. It's an affiliate thing.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not recruiting people to shave their nuts. It's just like we'll record like a little spot saying, "Hey, my balls are feeling a little bushy." And we'll just something and
you hear in the background.
Tell them call up smoother.com and tell them Darren sent you.
I could just hear Dave Lay. This portion of Irritable Dad Syndrome was brought to you by smoothmy.com. Yeah.
So I haven't answered them. They messaged me on Facebook/Instagram.
So they reached out to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's like spelling mistakes. I went to their website. There's spelling mistakes.
I think that might be a scam.
It might be. But I really want to like under some other name get a shaving kit in here.
I was gonna say, nah, we're not gonna do it live on the show.
No,
we're friends. I think we're pretty good. We're not that good of friends.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right. So a few weeks ago, Lisa Ferguson, fan of the show, she had a question for us. We were supposed to answer it 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
We tried answering it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We sure as hell didn't get to it last week. We're lucky we did anything last week. We're answering it this week. And the question is, would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Okay.
The first question I have for Lisa is, what type of dope are you smoking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Secondly.
Yeah. Well, I have an answer.
Go ahead.
Horse-sized duck.
I think so.
100 duck-sized horses.
They can attack you from all sides.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
You get surrounded.
Yeah.
They start kicking.
Yeah.
What's a duck gonna do?
Yeah.
Even a big duck. You might not screw up our show like Quacker did last week.
Punch it once in the bill.
Yeah. Or run away from it. It's a fat horse duck.
Yeah.
What's it? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you feed those things?
I don't know.
People. Maybe. Maybe that's why it's fighting people.
Bread.
Okay. But yeah, definitely one big fat duck.
I would fight the horse-sized duck. Lisa, thank you for your question.
Yep.
Chris Hughes asked a question. He wants to know if we think social distancing will continue after the pandemic. And one thing I know is he will still be banned after the pandemic.
I sure as hell hope it continues.
You think so?
I don't want people near me.
Yeah.
I like it. For concerts, that's going to be, you can't do that.
I know.
But in general, I'm fine if people don't come near me.
It's like, when you go to the movies, there's something about a full movie theater.
Yeah.
And when everybody laughs and when everybody screams, Avengers Endgame, when everybody lost their mind, the theater experience was awesome with a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
But, you're going to go see News of the World with Tom Hanks. You can go see that by yourself in the theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I kind of miss concerts. I can't wait to go to a new concert. I think
Roger Waters. We're going to see.
When is that?
It's August.
Okay. August.
Yeah. Or October.
That's a big, we kind of need to narrow that down.
Yeah.
So,
we're going to talk about that later.
Yeah, Chris, thank you for your question.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Yeah, whatever. Something I've mentioned on the podcast before is I work at a TV station. I make commercials. And I made a commercial for a company, and this was a couple months ago. And the client was a little wishy-washy, couldn't decide if they wanted to do this, or maybe we should change the music, or do you really think we ought to, I don't know, and should we put this shot here? And there's just, they had a lot of trouble making up their mind.
Okay.
And one of the things that the guy asked me was, I put a lot of graphics in the spot, and he wasn't sure about the font, and he asked if I had other fonts and if I could send him some examples. And I was like, if I had the time, I would have said, well, I've got a Helvetica, and here's Helvetica New, and here's Helvetica Bold, and this is Futura, this is Cooper, Courier.
Courier is Courier MT.
Oh, God. Impact?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That's
Impact is a fantastic font. There's Frutiger.
Yeah.
I mean, some people like Frutiger, some people not that crazy about it.
I like Frutiger on my yogurt. And my granola.
Yeah, Roboto is a good font. Lato. There's Open Sans, Cosmic Sans. You don't want to use Comic Sans. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wingdings, we stay away from that.
I was going to say Wingdings.
Franklin Gothic. I mean, Gotham, Times New Roman.
Now, Gotham is pretty cool.
It's a pretty cool font. Yeah. It's like, do I have any examples?
You know what I would do?
Like, how many freaking examples does you want to see?
There's actually a documentary on the Helvetica font. You could link him to that and tell him to watch it.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Because I remember...
I've heard it's actually interesting, too. I've never seen it, but I've heard it's really
I know. I was like, seriously? But a documentary about a font? But it's probably quirky enough to be interesting.
Well, that's the thing. It might be one of those things of like, you think there's no way in hell a font documentary could be interesting. And then even if it's mildly interesting, you think it's wildly interesting because your expectations were so low.
Yeah.
If you tell me there's a documentary on the... Captain America's shield, I'm going to be expecting greatness.
That.
Yeah. And if it's anything short of Anthony Hopkins narrating and Morgan Freeman demonstrating how you throw the shield, I'm going to be upset.
Morgan Freeman's going to demonstrate how to throw it?
Maybe Morgan Freeman should narrate and Anthony Hopkins demonstrates throwing the shield.
Anthony Hopkins is older than Morgan Freeman.
But he can fling a shield, man.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know what? People are so pissed. The Academy Awards were the other night, and I know you don't watch them. But
I didn't even I was gonna make a nasty little comment on you because you made some kind of comment about watching them, and I was gonna say something about who even watches those. But,
I always watch them.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed them. This year was just horrific. I mean, the production.
There weren't any movies. Godzilla versus Kong. Did it win anything?
No. That's next year.
That's it. Yeah.
Here's the thing: is that all of the movies were released on Hulu or HBO Max, Netflix, Amazon Prime. Well, I only have Crackle. Yeah, yeah. I love Crackle. I watch Crackle all the time. I was watching Crackle right before the show started. Not everybody has all those streaming sites.
No.
I don't have HBO Max.
Yeah.
I don't have what is it?
HBO Max is damn near Netflix worthy.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
And you get John Oliver.
Yeah. I do.
But we
John
never
Oliver.
ever watch it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch, and I'm not meaning to interrupt you.
No, that's fine.
But Mortal Kombat is in the theater, and I knew no one would go to see it with me, and it's also on HBO Max.
Right.
And I've been trying to watch that for days, and I can't because every time I start watching it, I want to play the game, and I end up playing the game all night. I've tried it 3 nights in a row.
Right.
I can't get past the first half hour.
Yeah.
It's a really cool half hour, though.
But people are pissed because Anthony Hopkins got the Academy Award for Best Actor over Chadwick Boseman. Okay. The Black Panther.
Yeah.
And Chadwick Boseman was in a movie called Ma Rainey's something. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I don't know if it's good.
Okay.
And Anthony Hopkins was in The Father. I haven't seen that either.
Yeah. And they were both in Marvel.
Yes.
Odin and
right, exactly.
Panther.
Yes, they were. But the crazy thing is like you're seriously pissed because they gave the award to Anthony Hopkins, a legendary. I mean, name a bad Anthony Hopkins movie. It's hard to find one. He's like one of the greatest actors of all time.
Yeah.
And it's like I understand that Chadwick was the sentimental favorite and he passed away this year. But anyway, people are just livid, outraged, and people are always
that
pissed
weird
about
thing,
something.
and I'm tread lightly here, but there's always a weird thing when something tragic happens that person should win whatever. Like when Heath Ledger won. But he deserved it for the Joker.
Yeah.
But I remember, I think everyone knows, and this is episode 36.
Six.
So this is the 36th mention of U2. Where Octone Baby.
No, there was one episode where you mentioned them 7 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Octone Baby was up for the Grammy. And I was like, they have to, and it's still my favorite album of theirs. And it's like, there's no way this is going to lose. And Eric Clapton's Tears in Heaven was the same thing. And there were people, the internet wasn't a thing then, but there were still like message boards you could get onto if you were
I remember message boards
like Prodigy. And I mean CompuServe if you were rich back in the 80s, but I think most people were on either Prodigy or America Online or something. But I remember people were making some pretty nasty things like, oh, he just won because of his kid. I'm like, that
was a great album.
It was a great album.
That was one of Clapton's absolute best album. I wanted to mention our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Because there's a video that I posted on it.
Yeah, okay.
Marble racing. I had no idea this was even a thing.
Okay.
I was eating my lunch. I was surfing the YouTube, minding my own business.
Okay.
And I don't know what mystery algorithm I punched because I wasn't searching racing and I wasn't searching marbles.
Okay.
But this marble racing video pops up. I'm like, what the hell is this? You click on it. It's insane addictive. Marble racing. They put like 12 marbles on a thing, as you would say.
Yeah.
And you can either do it on
an incline with your hand.
Yeah, because they got to roll downhill.
Right.
So you can have a dirt track, which is carved out. Which is great. Or if they have it on an indoor plastic or a metal track, they go 14 laps. It's insane because they let them go and has an announcer. They do play-by-play with, volcano in the lead and blah, 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 and then with tornado catching up and, he takes the lead. And it's fantastic. I can't get enough of it. So I want the announcer for marble racing.
Yeah.
I want to get him as a guest on our show because I want to find out who started this because it's absolutely brilliant.
I have some things to talk about because I actually have a little bit of a history with marble racing.
No, you don't.
Online.
No, you don't.
I do. Brief.
Okay.
So I think I've told you before, I was streaming for a while. And a thing that kind of took the streaming scene by storm. I don't know if people are still streaming this or not. They may be. There's a marble racing game on the internet where you log in and to somebody on Twitch is running it. You log into their server. You bring your own balls with you, and smoothed balls. But I mean, there's like it's online. It's like on the computers. There's crazy like people have magma balls. People have like shiny Tron balls. And
do they have to be like the same size? I'd imagine
they're all the same size.
I imagine they have to be the same size and same weight.
It's like it's a game, So it's not you don't do anything with the weight or anything. It's just like the graphics of it. And you can get up to like 100 or 1,000 people at once. They all drop in and they start going down this crazy track.
Okay.
And whoever's running the Twitch stream is kind of the announcer for that.
Right.
And there was a guy that I was, we tried to do like a co-stream one time and it was weird on the marble thing because we didn't really know each other that well. And I spent most of the time just like, okay, we're watching balls go down the thing. It's Saturday, and I need to do something with my life.
I mean, it's addictive, and you're watching it,
but not like what you're talking about. Actual marbles on an actual track.
Actual marbles, actual track.
Yeah,
and you'll be watching the one in first place.
Yeah,
and then second place sneaks up, and I actually went when the second place passes them like with half a lap to go.
Yeah.
And it wins. And I was like, do people put money on this? I mean, do you bring your own marble and put it in? And it's like, and then there's like a 5-6 camera shoot. There's an aerial.
Oh, they have a drone going?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's insane. But anyway, I want to get the announcer for marble racing as a guest on our show.
We interrupt our program for a special announcement. Congratulations to Chris Michael, Irritable Dad Syndrome's Listener of the Week. This has been a special announcement.
One other thing that I've been posting on our Facebook page is that there's a little show on here in the Cincinnati area. It's on Facebook. It's on, he posts it on YouTube now. It's Know-It-Alls, starring Michael Flannery. Michael Flannery was a guest on our show a few weeks ago. Michael's a stand-up comedian, and he's a TV star here in Cincinnati. He recently is recovering from the COVID, and he's doing fantastic. But his show comes back on Monday the 3rd. So, yeah.
I need
it's
some
on
money.
It's on every day, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. You can go to Know-It-Alls on Facebook.
And you can win money.
You can win up to $200 in prizes.
Oh.
But now the prizes are all like Cincinnati based. So
there's always a catch.
So if
I'll end up getting Skyline
if Chris Hughes
chili.
wants to win something, he'll be disappointed like he always is.
Well,
because I mean, he can win, but he lives in Tennessee, so it's not going to do him any good that he won a sandwich in Florence, Kentucky. Something that you mentioned.
Concerts.
Yeah, you mentioned that a little bit ago. Concerts are coming back.
So last year, 2020 was the year of the concert for me. Little did I know that the bubonic plague would hit.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm going to have a year where I do nothing but go to concerts. So I bought tickets to 5 different shows.
I love concerts.
Primus, Billy Joel, Roger Waters,
right?
Tool, and Megadeth.
Okay.
I wanted to see Megadeth because I've seen Slayer and because I've seen Metallica. And I kind of like Megadeth.
Okay.
The one of the 4 that I've talked about before, I don't really care one way or the other, is Anthrax. I like some Anthrax stuff, but not all. But I wanted to be able to see at least 3
I
of
think
the 4.
Scott Ian's, though, I thought he's badass.
Yeah, I kind of want. I'm saying
I like him.
I'm saying I don't care because I probably will never see him, but I kind of want to see
Well,
him.
they hung it up.
They're done?
I thought so.
Well, that's a good reason why. Well, so did AC/DC, and now they're getting ready to tour again.
Well, yeah.
So anyway, Tool got flat out canceled, which pissed me off.
Have you heard the new AC/DC album? It's really good.
I mean, I have the other one, so effectively I've heard it.
That's what Angus Young said. I can't remember the number of pieces. People were bitching saying that we've made 16 albums that all sound the same. And I'm like, look, that's not true. Yeah. We've made 17 albums that all sound the same.
But yeah, I've heard some of it, but it's on Spotify, so I've listened to it here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Tool thing, I had VIP. I sprung. That was my birthday present. I was going to meet some of the band, get some cool swag. That got flat out canceled.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, Megadeth got canceled. But Primus is happening in, I think it's either June or July. I think it's July.
Okay.
I'm going to wear all my gear that I talked about earlier in the episode.
Your do-rag.
I'm going to wear the same thing when we go see Roger Waters. Now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
You're going to that show with me and your wife.
Yes.
So she's going to, Box is coming?
The 4 of us are going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Bess is going to stand beside you with the do-rag.
Yeah, we have really weird seats too.
Okay.
We're on like the far left, to the point where I know there's like screens. So I'm banking, the stage is in a cross formation, the screens cross.
Okay.
So I'm banking on the fact that they may have it to where one side of the arena can see this screen and the other side see the perpendicular screen.
Gotcha.
If they don't do that, we're screwed.
Yeah.
But we're really close to the stage. We're close enough to the stage where we could throw Box up on it.
Okay.
We're like right there.
He weighs like 85 pounds.
Yeah. And then Billy Joel. We'll see him at the Great American Ballpark. I don't know how we got this close, but me and Bess are 3rd row, but again, we're on the far left side of the stage.
Wow. Have you ever seen Billy Joel?
No, I've seen him on TV.
Okay.
But I've never seen him live.
He usually has a few pianos scattered not scattered, all around to where he can play in different parts of the stage.
Okay.
At least he did. I've seen him twice with Elton John.
Yeah.
And then once on his own.
Yeah.
And he puts on a really good show.
So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited for all of them. Like
and he's going to play songs from his latest album.
Okay,
which was 24 years ago.
We didn't start the fire.
Yeah, that's the one. The River Dreams.
Is that really his last?
That's his last album.
Wow. I'm glad you mentioned River Dream. I remember that song.
Yeah,
I remember that song. That was a good song.
It was a good song. Yeah, Christy Brinkley did the artwork on the album. There you go. Little Billy Joel.
I like it a little less now.
Oh, sorry.
I always got him confused with Paul Simon. And I mean, like when you said River of Dreams, suddenly I thought of Paul Simon because he had the Rhythm of the Saints. He's on my bucket list. I would like to see Paul Simon, but I don't want to drive more than 15 minutes.
Well, he retired. He officially did what he claimed to be his last concert.
Okay. And so saw him. So did what's his face that you just mentioned that also played the piano, Rocket Man, Elton John. Yeah, he retired.
Well, he was on his retirement tour
when
that got hit. COVID, so he's going to finish it whenever he can.
Okay.
So, but God, tickets for Elton John were
it was
ridiculous. So
Billy Joel,
and I've seen him.
Bargain.
I've seen Elton John twice, and if you've never seen Elton John, you got to go.
I've never.
You absolutely. Oh my God, he plays the piano so hard he almost breaks it in half.
Oh, I remember when I looked up tickets for him, it was ridiculously expensive.
Yeah,
I don't know Billy Joel. I think somehow I got on there like right when they went on sale,
right,
and like hit the jackpot. I don't know how the hell. Either that or we're like behind a trash can.
Right.
I don't know why they're so cheap. But
well, we were talking about concerts, and a few weeks ago we posted on the old Facebook page the picture of my Kiss T-shirt.
Yeah,
that was autographed by the guys from Slaughter.
I thought you made that story up.
No,
I thought you made
no, I didn't. And something I didn't tell you about the story was that, back in the day, I'm friends with Steve Mann, who's a DJ in Johnson City. Great guy, super nice guy. Me and my friend Corey, he got us backstage passes to see Kiss and Slaughter.
Okay.
So he said, oh, you get to meet Mellencamp. And I said, wait, what? He goes, yeah, you're going to get to meet Mellencamp when you get backstage. I said, John Mellencamp? He goes, no, his brother Ted. And I thought he was screwing with me.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. John Mellencamp's brother, Ted Mellencamp, was...
Does he have like a buzz cut and a checkered shirt?
He looked exactly like John Mellencamp, except he was fat and blonde.
Wow.
Yeah. He worked for Polygram Records and Mercury Records for a long time. Yeah. And he was an agent. He was a recording agent.
Do you think his brother got him his job? Or do you think he got his brother?
I think Ted got John his job. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I really don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, he comes out, and it was staggering how much he looked like John Mellencamp.
Wow.
Fat and blonde.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Yeah. And I would tell people, yeah, I've met Mellencamp's brother. And like, you haven't? Like, no, I have. So flash forward like 20, almost 30 years. I'm getting back remember when I had hair? I had hair when you and I first met.
Yeah, you were holding on.
I was getting my hair cut at a Great Clips.
Okay.
And music was playing, and Mellencamp comes on, Pink Houses or something. And I'm telling the girl who's cutting my hair the story about meeting Ted Mellencamp. I said, I've actually met John Mellencamp's brother. She goes, he gets his hair cut here.
John Mellencamp's brother?
Yeah. I'm like, no, he doesn't. She says, yeah, well, he used to. So he used to live in the same area. So not only did I meet Mellencamp's brother, Ted Mellencamp, the girl who cuts my hair also knows him. I'm like, okay. Small world. Yeah. Very, very, very small world. Got another concert story to tell.
Okay.
You've probably never heard of this band called the Jayhawks. They're like an indie
kind.
Yeah,
no. I've heard that.
They have like 9-10 albums. They're really good. They're like country folk rock sound. They really blend.
I thought it was like a sports team. But,
no. So I took Libby to see the Jayhawks. They were at Bogart's, downtown Cincinnati.
Okay.
They sound great. They're fantastic. Gary Loris is the lead singer and the guitarist.
Yeah.
And about 40 minutes into the show, he decides to jump into the crowd with his guitar, right?
Okay.
And when he turns to get back on stage, the neck of the guitar, whoosh, went right past Libby's nose. Missed her by like, by like
man.
hairs.
Yeah.
I mean,
You were going to have to get in a fight with the Jayhawks.
But I was like, when I found out she was okay, I'm like, you almost got clocked by one of the Jayhawks. She says, you don't have to get that excited about it, Darren. But, well, now that she was fine, I was thinking.
She didn't yell at her
No,
for
I was
getting
like,
in his way.
I was thinking, now that she's okay, but if she had been hurt, we might have got a little something.
Oh.
Little, like every time Blue or Settles Down Like Rain plays on the radio.
So
we get a little bit of cash off
whenever
that.
you're going to a concert, tell the person you're going with if a guitar neck swings around, lean into that.
Yep, exactly.
Get a piece of that.
So I used to be on a freelance list.
Okay.
I've worked in Cincinnati since 2000. So I get this call, and it said, hey, there's a band, and they're recording a music video at the Newport Aquarium on this day. Would you be interested in gripping? And when you're a grip, you basically carry cables, light stands.
Okay.
It's not glamorous, but there was about 10 of us gripping for this shoot.
Okay.
The group, Emerson Drive. It's a country music group. I had never heard of them.
Okay.
And the song was Fall Into Me, which I think might have, I don't know if that was their first hit.
So it wasn't Baby Shark.
No, it was
Daddy
not Baby Shark.
Okay.
No. And I couldn't figure out why they were doing it at the aquarium, but it all made sense. So they're shooting all these scenes. The drummer's over here next to this thing full of water, and then the lead singer's over here, and we're moving. We were there 12 hours or something. And they did all these shoots inside the aquarium.
Okay.
They sent another crew off to the University of Cincinnati where their pool is.
Okay.
And they needed me to go along with that. And what they're going to do is the girl in the video is going to jump off the diving board. She's going to fall into the water. That's where the water theme comes in.
All right.
And so she is sitting by the side of the pool, just like, dreaming about her, the guy she loves, which is the lead singer of the band.
Okay.
And the water was stagnant. And they're like, we need ripples in the water. Now, if anyone's ever wondered what some of the jobs of a grip are, this was one of them. I'm on the other side of the pool with a board, and I'm like splashing the water, making the water ripple. And there's the director with his bullhorn who's going, more ripples, Darren.
Okay.
We need more ripples, Darren.
I have a question.
Darren, we need more ripples. And so then I'm like giving him more ripples, and he's like, okay, not that many ripples. I'm like, you're f***ing with me, Arch.
I have so many questions. One that's been sticking. You're at the aquarium.
Yeah.
Isn't there a shark in there?
Yeah.
And she's going to dive into that?
No, you're not paying attention. They shot the band in the aquarium. The girl was at the University of Cincinnati at the pool.
Oh,
she jumped off of the diving board into the pool.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have a diving board over a shark tank.
No, they would not.
Unless you're filming Jackass.
I'll go on YouTube and post that video on our page, because like I said, whenever I show people this video and she's sitting by the pool, I'm like, those ripples, that was me. I did that. I did that.
This portion of Irritable Dad Syndrome is brought to you by SmoothMy.com. You happy, fellas? I said. Now back to you in the studio.
I heard this ad on the radio for this new app called Get Upside. And don't start. I know you're excited. I don't want to. It's an app. You download the app and you can save money on gas and restaurants and that type of thing. And I don't want to tell these people how to do their job, but I really think they need to acquire the rights to Sex Machine by James Brown and use that for their ad. And they'd be like,
1, 2, 3, 4.
Get up, get upside, get on the scene, get upside, like a saving machine, get upside, get up, get upside, get on the scene, get upside, like gas machine, get upside, oh, get on up, huh, da, 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 da.
Fellas, I want to hear it one more time from the top. Can we
Get
hear
up.
it one more time from the top?
Da, 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 da. Get
upside.
Get on up, get up, get on up, get upside.
I feel like we're
Da, 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 da. I feel good.
This is the.
So
I feel this is the least woke we've ever been.
No.
No.
We are totally going to cut this segment.
Okay.
And we're going to send it to them.
Okay.
And we're going to hashtag Get Upside, and it's going to go viral.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Okay. We're going to do it again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Get up. Get upside. Get on the scene.
Get upside.
Like a saving machine.
Get upside.
Da, 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 da.
Bobby, I want to hear one more time from the top.
Get up. Get upside. Get up.
Can we hear one more time from the top?
Get up.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut this audio.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna send it to Sasquatch.
Yes.
We're gonna have him put in the sax.
And
And
you
then
think
we're
he
gonna
would?
And then we're gonna send that collaboration, Irritable Dad Syndrome
And Sasquatch.
We send it to Get Upside.
Get upside. It's guaranteed.
It's guaranteed.
It can't fail.
And we'll also I'll have Smooth my call Sasquatch because he may need that.
Oh, he's got to have his smooth. Yeah, he does. He's got to have like Chewbacca in his pants.
That's I think we got a title. Chewbacca in his pants.
Get up. Get on up. Oh, guys, this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want to thank you for
Too
listening.
much fun.
Yeah. We want to encourage you to go to irritabledadsyndrome.com, and we want you to subscribe. And, you can go back and you can listen to all our episodes. I don't think any of them are as fun as this one, but go and prove me wrong. And we're on the Instagram, and we're on the Facebook.
Do us a favor, if you're a new listener, or even if you're an old listener, and you had particular clips or particular things that stuck out in an episode that
send
made
us
you
a
laugh.
Review and let us know what you liked.
Tell us what you like, because I'm putting together something of like the best hits from all of our stuff.
Yeah,
and I don't want to listen to all this. So if one of you would say, "Hey, I really like the part where you were talking about koala or whatever it was that we were laughing about," that'll be quack.
Wow.
It'll be quack.
I hope so.
Right, then we'll put that into the collaboration.
Is this going to be for like episode 50? Or is this going to be for our
I'm,
year?
I'm doing a project. I'm doing a project for the opening of the show.
Get up!
I'd like to do a cool little musical open. I've started on it. I've got like a few clips of here and there where things cracked me up.
You've prepared? Wow.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Dang, man.
I've added some things together.
Uh-huh.
So I've got like the first 4 or 5 seconds. It's basically the music with like you or me coming in with like stupid stuff.
Which is every episode.
Yeah. But there are times when we laugh so hard we nearly and those are the things that I want in that piece. And then, I would like to do, for episode, especially episode 52, the 1 year mark, I would love to do a greatest hits. Just nothing but like stupid, hilarious stuff. And then we can comment on it and just like a trip back through time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you have a favorite segment, something that we did, something that Dave Lay, our announcer's done, let us know. Please drop us a line and let us know what you think of the show. Yeah. And as always, we thank you for listening, and we hope to see you next week on Irritable Dad Syndrome.
It's time for us to get up and get on out of here. And be sure to visit our website, irritabledadsyndrome.com. Irritable Dad Syndrome is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that encore presentation of Chewbacca in his pants. Get up.
Get down.
Get on up.
So we'll be back in January.
Yeah.
And we'll be hitting it hard.
Oh, yeah.
And hitting it.
We're going to throw down.
Throw down like a mama on a train.
Yep.
I don't know.
Like a monkey on PCP.
We've been recording a lot tonight. Yeah. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being with us all through 2021. Yep. Good God.
Yep.
We'll see you in 2022.
Yep. See ya.
Let's start right out. Hey, what happened? As you know, back in 1970, I started on a series called Wha Happened? And every time something would go wrong, I would look at the camera and say, hey, what happened? We had a lot of fun with that and a lot of other catchphrases. I got a real red wagon. And I can't do my work. And I believe I was the first one to use the phrase, I don't think so. But it only lasted a year, and that's good because that's how you establish a cult. So I was on stage doing all my shtick, hey, what happened? And I can't do my work. And if someone would heckle me, they'd say, are you going to be on stage all night? I would say, that's right. And that'd crack up the audience. But I noticed a guy sitting down front with a long face. Nothing got to him. So I turned to the lady next to him. I said, would you hold your mirror up in front of his nose to see if he's still breathing? To see, in fact, if there's a reflection. So he started to smile. After the show, I go down and introduce myself. His name is George Menschel. He had been with a group called the Main Street Singers. Now, I was never into folk music. I'd worked some bills with some folkies, put him in the cell with a long hose on him, put him in the cell with a long hose on him. And I used to say, if he's got a long enough hose, he's going to have a lot of friends in the shower room. Folk audiences hated that joke. But I said to George, I said, seriously, you've put up some great numbers. If you reform your group, I can send you out on the Starfish cruise lines. Together we could make a fortune and you will have a ball. They used to go out, come back. They had a great time. Except a couple of cruises, dysentery broke out on the ship. I was not there. You do not want to be on a cruise ship when dysentery breaks out and be knocking on the men's room door and say, will you be coming out soon? And hear, I don't think so.